3.
Hi, Professor Jetson.
This is so weird.
Hello, Journey Youth.
Hi.
It's so good to be here tonight. I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to come here and talk to you. The title of my message tonight is Taking the Gap Out of the Generation. There is a gap. And the gap is a space, a span of air. And that air and that space is what separates it is your generation and my generation. And that span of space breaks my heart. Because I want to know you. I want to be your friend. And I want you to know me, and I want you to be my friend. I need you. I do. I need you for companionship. I don't need you to help me open a jar, get the lid off the jar, or mow my lawn, or pick up my trash. I don't need you for that. I need you for friendship and companionship. And I'm not talking about just sitting around and having a Dr. Pepper or a Mountain Dew. We could. But when you see me, come up and say hi. How you doing? What's going on with you? That's what I want. There's this awesome website that I found that was put together by a woman named Jill Kovac. I think it's Kovac, something like that. Anyway, she goes to Phoenix College, and she put together a generation. There are 6 living generations right now. 6. The first generation is the GI generation. They were born between 1901 and 1926. That would be my parents' age. Then there is the mature silent age. No, the GI generation, I'm sorry, let me correct that. The GI generation is my grandparents' age. The mature silent generation is my parents' age. And they are between 1927 and 1945. And there's the baby boomer, that's my generation. And they're between 1946 and 1964. Then there's the Generation X. That's your parents' generation. And they're born between 1965 and 1980. And then there's the generation born after that, which is called Generation Y, millennials. And that's from 2001 on until now. Those are the living generations that there are right now in this world living. You know, the gap between your generation and my generation, because my generation and my mother and father's generation, there was that gap there because we didn't see things eye to eye. Things have changed. I may be a boomer, but I'm a boomer that has a compassionate heart for the youth, and I understand you. I understand where you're coming from because I've been there. So I wanted to bridge the gap, and I was asking God, I said, God, what do I need to do to bridge the gap with these young kids, these youth, the children? I love them. I want to get to know them. I want to be their friend. I don't want to be like it was when I was growing up. And God said, use what's in your hand. In my hand? What's in my hand? I don't have anything in my hand. Oh, I'm a dumb person using a smartphone. I knew how to make phone calls on my phone, but I didn't know how to answer the phone. Because every time I would go to answer the phone, I'd go, hello? Zzz. Don't know what was going on. So I would call him back and say, I don't know how to use this silly phone I just got, and I hung up on you, and I'm sorry, I don't know how to answer this phone. So a friend of mine, her daughter, came over and she saw me, and she gave me a big old hug, And I said, could you help me? And she said, yeah, here. So she showed me, she says, you don't press the red phone, you press the green phone to answer it. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I didn't think green go, red stop. Okay, great. And you know, to this day, we're still good friends. We went to Israel together. Her mom and dad and her and I and a group of people all went to Israel, and we got to connect with each other there. And I was sharing with her some things. And she goes, I really like talking to older people. And I was looking around going, well, who's older? The gap was closed. There was no age difference there. There was no generation gap there. We connected, and to this day, we still stay connected on that, on Facebook. Believe it or not, I can do Facebook. So today, what I want to do, what to do today is I want to close this gap. I want to be your friend. I need you. There's things that you can teach me that I don't know anything about. And there's things that I can teach you. And you know what? By doing that, you will grow and you'll have so much more to offer people when you get to be adults and out there in the world. So today, let's close the gap. Come by when you see me. Come by and see me and say, hey, Jill, how's it going? And I'll say, hey, how's it going? You got any new girlfriends? You got a new boyfriend? Tell me all about them. And I'll tell you if they're worth it or not. 'Cause I'll tell you what, I kissed a lot of duds before I got the right one. So, with that, I'm going to close and say, I love you guys. Please, let's close that gap and that spans. And you guys come to get to know me, and I want to get to know you.